Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob. Hope you're doing good out there. So if you follow my musical journey, either here on YouTube or anywhere else like Instagram or anything like that, you might be aware that I play in a function band. We play weddings and parties and things like that. And I used to be in an originals band as well, but I left that band last year. And throughout my whole sort of band career, if you like, I've always used the same rig, which is a PV6505 amp head and a cab, and not very many pedals because I don't really need that much to sort of get the sound that I need to play gigs. I just need a clean, a distortion, and maybe a bit of a delay and reverb for a lead tone, something like that. But after years of using the same rig, I feel like it's time for a change, and the main change that I want to go for is to just make things more easier for myself in terms of the whole transporting and setting up and things like that, because that is the hardest part. Obviously the amp that I've been using is way too big, and some of the venues that I have to play when I'm playing a wedding or something like that could be really small. Some of the spaces we've got to try and fit an entire band into, it's ridiculous, honestly. But you know, I'm not moaning or anything like that. So what I've been tempted to do for a while now is just go down the route of ditching amps altogether and just trying to see if I can put together a live rig purely with pedals. I know you can get Kempers and Axe effects and things like that. They're a little bit expensive, so I don't want to go to that extreme just yet, but I have been thinking about more just getting some sort of simple pedals that can go straight into the PA. I can probably just carry a little pedal case or something like that, which has got my entire live rig in it, which will make my life a lot easier and that sort of thing. So I have actually got myself some pedals now, and I have actually already demoed them all on this channel, all separately though. I haven't actually put them all together, so that's what I'm going to do in this video today. I've actually got them all set up just below me there. So my main pedal is going to be the Flyrig 5 Tech 21 pedal. That is going to take care of my clean tone and my sort of crunch tone, if you like, just a little bit more gain, that sort of thing. It's also got a delay and a reverb built into it with a bit of a boost as well. So that's the main pedal that I'm going to use. But also very recently, kind of when the whole lockdown thing started, I got sent 3 pedals by a company called Sonicake, and they're great and I definitely like them, so they're 100% being added to the pedal board. And they sent me the Rockstage pedal, which is kind of like a classic rock. It's got a chorus, a rock amp, a delay and a reverb. And they also sent me the Twiggy blues pedal, but that is obviously more of a bluesy sounding amp, and instead of a chorus it's got a compressor, but it's also got a delay and a reverb as well. And they also sent me the wah pedal, which is actually called a Volwah because it's a volume and a wah pedal in one. And as well as that, all I've got is a tuner. So with all of those pedals, I'm pretty sure I can get a good sort of sound to play a general gig with, that sort of thing. Now there's no argument for me that real amps are awesome, real amps sound probably better, but you know, the practicalities of real amps isn't always the best thing. So anyway, I'm gonna grab a guitar, I've got all the pedals plugged in, and I'm just gonna give you an overall demonstration of how it's sounding so far. It's not the final product, but I think I'm getting somewhere with it, and I'm looking forward to eventually being able to play a gig with it. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we are. Now I've got everything plugged in. This is what it's looking like, and ignore it, it's a little bit like spaghetti junction at the moment. There's a lot of wires because, as you can see over here, I've got my power pack, which was actually given to me by a friend of mine because mine died in the middle of a gig, so he very kindly loaned me this one. It's very old, it needs replacing for sure, and I've only got 2 little power adapters that come from that actual power pack. So at the moment, only the tuner, which is down here, and the Volwah pedal are actually plugged into the power pack. Everything else, all these 3 pedals here are actually plugged into their own individual power supply, which came with the pedal, that sort of thing, which isn't ideal because there's a lot of plugs happening. So I need to get a new power adapter, a new power bank, so I can plug all of these pedals into the same power bank, and I need to get a lot more patch cables basically. So ignore all the wires for the time being. But anyway, as I said, we've got the tuner pedal going straight into the Volwah pedal, going into the Rockstage pedal, which is the next one, which is the classic rock style one, which I said, which has got a chorus here, then a rock amp, then a delay, then a reverb. As I said, I've already demoed these pedals individually, so I'll leave links to those videos in the description if you're interested in any of these pedals individually. I'm not sponsored to talk about these, by the way, even though the Sonicake ones were sent to me. So as I said, the main pedal is going to be this one here, this middle one, which is my Tech 21 Flyrig 5 pedal, which is, you know, a Sansamp in the middle. So that's going to be my main clean setting, the middle of this, with a bit of a Plexi overdrive for a kind of crunchy, more overdriven sort of sound. It's got a delay, a tap tempo, and a boost on that one as well. And then the Twiggy blues up top here, which is just going to be an extra pedal just for more delay reverb options. It's got a compressor on it on the top there, and it's got a blues amp there, which is going to be another sort of crunchy sort of sound, overdrive, that sort of thing. So I've got plenty of options. So I'm going to grab the guitar now and just play about with all the different ones and show you how it's sounding. So I'm going to use my Gibson SG for this video, and here is the sound with obviously nothing engaged at the moment. This is just the direct signal of the guitar. Very nice. But as I said, the middle of the Sansamp there is now engaged. This is going to be my main clean tone. When I'm playing in the wedding band, that sort of thing, most of the first set at least, we do a lot of clean stuff, so this is going to take care of most of my first set, to be honest. I think that's got quite a nice clean tone. As I said, there's already reverb built into the Sansamp pedal there, which is actually on the clean setting. But I've got a reverb up here on the Twiggy Blues pedal as well, so I could add more reverb if I wanted to that. So I'm going to leave the Sansamp engaged for the time being, this middle one here, but I'm actually going to click on the next one, which is the Plexi sort of sound. So there's going to be a little bit more overdrive now. Sort of thing sounds pretty cool. Again, there's a bit of a boost there if I want it. The volume pedal is here, obviously, as you can see, so nothing there, so I can do some kind of volume swells if I want. Pretty cool. And obviously when I kick the volume pedal in a bit more, now I've got the old wah. Pretty cool. So I'll turn that off for the time being. As I said, now I've got the Rockstage as well. So the way that I kind of imagine it is that this pedal here, this Rockstage pedal, this is going to be like a boost in front of the amp, like a distortion pedal in front of the amp. This is what I'm imagining to be my amp, and obviously normally you put a distortion pedal in front of the amp, so that's what this one is. So I'm going to click on this one, so this is going to be hopefully more of a high gain-ish sort of sound. Here's without it. It's not too over the top, it's not too ridiculous, which I quite like. But I can kick on the delay from the Sansamp as well. So now I get quite a cool lead sound, hopefully. That sort of thing sounds pretty cool. Turn the rock amp off. What else have we got? There's another delay up here, which is more of a slapback one. I'll play it on a clean tone. Turn the boost off there. Oops. I'm actually going to speed that up a little bit with the time switch. Try and get more of a slapback tone if I want it. There's that, more reverb if I want. cool, or wah if I wanted it on a clean tone. Pretty much it. If I turn those off, do a bit of lead with the wah setting as well. And when all else fails, or when I want, back to the clean. Oh, I've not even shown the chorus yet. There's the chorus pedal here, which goes in, at the moment it's in front. So there you go, there's my new live rig. That's what I'm going to be using at future gigs, that sort of thing. Just going to make my life a lot easier, hopefully not having to carry around a huge amp and, you know, struggle for space on stage and things like that. This is just going to be just in front of me and everything will just fit on one pedal board. The setup will be so easy because I can just leave it all set up and all I've got to do is plug the wires in. I'm actually going to do one more thing which is going to make my life even easier, I'm hoping as well, which I'm going to add one more thing to that pedal board, which is probably going to be some sort of wireless receiver because I want to go wireless eventually. So I'm really looking forward to getting back out there gigging. This year's been terrible because I've not actually had any gigs because they've all been rescheduled or cancelled because of the pandemic, that sort of thing. So eventually when I finally get around to gigging again, this is what I'm going to be using and I'm hoping it's going to sound good and that sort of thing. I think it sounds good already and that's just going straight into my computer. There's no sort of EQ or anything on the computer, that's just the natural sound of all these pedals plugged straight into my guitar. So I'm going to play about with it a little bit more. I might add something else. If I do, maybe I'll make a follow-up video, but let me know what you think. Like, I think it sounds pretty decent, but what do you guys think? Also, let me know what you guys use. If anybody plays live out there and they don't use amps, they use pedals, what pedals do you use? I'm really interested to know. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, then please click the like button, leave me a comment like I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you've not actually seen any of my videos yet, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. So thanks for watching.